4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey everybody, live. What's going on? Hello, greetings all. I'm New York Pete, co-host of Interfleet Broadcasting. As you should already know, I'm here with my best friend Chris, also known as the Tipsy Toaster. Wave, Chris. Wave, come on. Yeah, we want to thank
Jazz
you up
hands.
front.
Was it?
That's right. Jazz hands. No, that's for later, man. That's for later.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in. Welcome to our news and pop culture sci-fi entertainment channel. Full disclosure, we grew up watching 70s, 80s TV, movies, comics, cartoons, and we're big Battlestar Galactica fans. So welcome to our corner of the universe, and a special hello to my fellow filmmakers at CUNY LaGuardia. So we have Tiny Bean Tara is going to be with us tonight. John One later on to help us wrap up, and he has some really cool things to discuss with us as well. And in the meantime, sandwiched in between all that greatness is our special guest. It's a sci-fi steampunk author, and I got stuff to show you because we were lucky enough to have some of the great writings and materials that Micah Harris has actually published, and he sent some of this stuff over, and I got to read some of this. So guys, it's just incredible. Want to thank him up front for not only coming but also sending us all of these. And Heaven's War graphic novel is quite the collector's item. We'll talk about that when we have him on. But yeah, I have a couple of very, very special Battlestar Galactica pieces that I acquired, and something from the past that I also want to share with you guys that I stumbled upon. And yeah, we'll get a chance to look at
and I
that.
have me.
And you are you. That's all you need is you.
I don't have anything special tonight, but I have me.
Yes, and we are grateful to have you, of course, along with this. So thanks for being here, Tipsy Toaster, because without you, we wouldn't have your technical knowledge to make all this magic happen. That's right, Count Ibley.
Sorry, playing with the eyebrows.
Oh boy, you're distracted already? We didn't even really start the broadcast and you're already distracted.
And I haven't even started drinking yet, so hey.
Oh, well, speaking of that, I need to go get something.
You need to go get something there, so, huh?
Yeah, man.
Well, would you not bring something? You don't bring something to the party?
Well, no. The truth of the matter is I did bring something to the party, and I
drank it already.
I have to no. I have to go get it. That's all. So
okay.
I'm just guilty of not.
Well, I know exactly how far you have to go, so.
Yeah, so it's not
20 steps.
Yes, exactly. 20 steps.
So meanwhile,
I did rush here.
On your mark.
I did. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I was going to say that I rushed over from film school. So right. I mean, I had I'm here because I wasn't going to miss this if I could help it. So just give me a sec, and I will go. I'll race over. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Cool.
Go.
All right.
Mark.
Bye.
Mark. Go.
Gone.
Meanwhile, hello there. How are y'all tonight? I'm good. We're just sitting here waiting on Pete. And Pete's back already. No? You want more time with me anyway.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back.
Just when it was getting good.
Yeah, what I missed
really
in that all 10 seconds that I was gone.
10 seconds of me. That's it.
Excellent. We love
Hello.
Chris. We love the Tipsy Toasters. So yes, great. Awesome.
That's right. We can do the Buddha thing. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, making
by
wishes.
Your command.
By
your command.
Oh boy. Be careful what you wish for, man. Be careful what you wish for. We've said
this
that before.
Is so true. So true.
Yeah, where's oh man, you know what? I'm gonna try to locate my little tiny My tiny little
Your tiny Buddha.
My tiny
Tiny
Buddha.
Cylon Buddha. I'm sure
Yeah.
I'm sure there's somebody out there that is like horrified that we do this.
Horrifying,
I'm sorry.
And yes, we're not meant.
It's not meant to be.
Yes, it's
bad.
no disrespect. No disrespect.
That's the word I was looking for. Disrespect.
I'm gonna leave the tiny Buddha alone.
It's fine because I got the big Buddha up.
You got the big Buddha, so I have a real tiny one. I have
he's got a big Buddha over there. Then I got this.
I got like a little tiny
Lucifer
Buddha
over there, and I got the new Lucifer is down there.
Yes, that's right. Hey, for those of you that didn't see the new Lucifer that Chris
and I got
acquired.
some background information on it too. So
busted!
how it was made and everything else. So we're gonna get that out to get everybody to we'll have a whole meeting on it after I get time to play with the lighting and everything else to get it up and running.
Okay.
But it's I'm the hardest part about a Lucifer is the darn dome head. So I wanted to know how he did it, and he talked about how he put it together. So maybe we'll just have him come on and talk about how he put it together and everything. Maybe might be a good idea. So we'll get with John and say, hey, John, get that in there. Well, meanwhile, while I'm babbling here, John, and John's stuff is here. Did you send Tara stuff yet?
I'm almost done
there.
I'm
Okay.
I'm multitasking.
So then it'll be your turn to tap dance while I upload Tara's stuff into there.
Well, I have a few things that I can use to do.
But we'll have to have our toast first.
We're gonna definitely do the toast first.
Because I've got more holiday or not holiday. Fallish. It's almost, we believe it or not, it's almost wintertime now. I got a more fallish beer again. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
I've found more pumpkin style beer. Yes, Hardywood.
Oh, how gross that is. Good for you. You enjoy that. I am going to have, I'm going to cross label streams, not to do much product placement, but I have an Angry Orchard, and I'm going to drink it in my...
Wait. Here's my shock face. Yeah. You've got an Angry Orchard? You never have Angry Orchard.
Yeah, and I'm drinking it in a Magner's Irish cider, so I hope the glass doesn't break.
But you never have Angry Orchard. I mean, that's just like... That's like insanity. That's, cats and dogs, cuddling with each other and everything. Yeah. I mean, it's just totally weird. I mean, who would have thought...
I'm glad that you actually practiced that face. You've been working on that for a while. So
I do that at work sometimes. Like, wait a minute, I'm practicing my shock face. They're like,
I think lately
all right, you need to stop it.
Lot,
all right,
so.
I get in trouble.
Yeah, okay.
I get in trouble at work sometimes.
You get in trouble.
I have no filter at work, as well as I have no filter here sometimes. It's amazing how I've worked my way up to middle management and the and being as sarcastic and
obnoxious
and straightforward that I am. I don't know how I've done that, but I'm very thankful.
And moved up the ranks quite well, sir. Quite well.
Very thankful that
yes,
I've had people not get upset. So.
Oh, and just be totally insulted by you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
all right, did you upload it yet? I've been pedaling here. I've been pedaling, waiting for you.
Oh, come on. You make it sound like you're breaking rocks, my friend, but you're not.
I think more along the lines it's like, last tiny bean I have listed here is November 9th, and that's not right. So
that is incorrect, sir. But listen, this is part of live TV, and there was a couple of things that kind of got in the way, but we're working around those, and we're here. So
speaking of things in the way, we're moving forward with the Stranded Warrior. So all those people that were asking questions in regards to Stranded Warrior, we are moving forward. It has been a little bit of a challenge in regards to editing, but we have had one of our special effects people step up. Chuck is an amazing individual, and we are working on getting him a hard drive because he lives on planet Mars. And on planet Mars, there's very little internet there. And therefore, we have to ship the entire hard drive of all of the videos to planet Mars. And on my end, shipping to planet Mars only happens once a week. So we'll be shipping that planet Mars videos hard drive. Hopefully, Halley's Comet Express, probably this weekend. So that's
cool.
That's
very cool.
Because
so
I don't have any other. That's the only time I can get Haley's Comet Express access.
And Haley's Comet's going to actually have that helmet on it too.
Yes, I'm working on that too.
Excellent.
And
all right.
we're working and wearing these tonight, because we're working on sending these out as well. I'm waiting to hear back from the manufacturer and to find out how long it's going to take to get our jackets to those people who supported us. We have not forgot about you. They are coming, and they'll be there hopefully soon. I am working with them and getting them printed.
Very cool. So, we're working on it, and
I still need to tap dance more. Or did you upload it yet?
No, everything's done. It's uploaded. So,
it's uploaded?
With that said, let's do the drink.
Okay.
Let us drink to
do the drink, and then you can show the show thing off, and then I will search for Tiny Bean stuff.
All right.
Hang on. Wait. No. What you're drinking? What?
I'm drinking. I told you. It's Angry Orchard, man.
Oh, that's lame. So, anyways, let's go. Really good. I've got Farmhouse Pumpkin.
Ew.
Hardywood Farmhouse Pumpkin. Hardywood. Hang on. I gotta do this in the announcer voice.
Yes. Do it.
The announcer voice. Hardywood Farmhouse Pumpkin is brewed with a classic Saison yeast, Virginia-grown sugar pumpkins from Snake Creek Farms, Hillsville, Virginia. That's really close to where I live, down in Roanoke. Whole nutmeg, clove, and allspice from CF Sour in Richmond, Virginia, and fresh ginger from Casamonte Farms in Powhatan, Virginia. Our farmhouse ale represents a soft mouth feel and balanced rustic fall flavors. Best enjoyed fresh. Virginia Roots Series Pumpkin House alcohol. Holy crap! 8.5% by alcohol. 8.5% by volume. So, but Hardywood Craft. Hardywood is one of the craft brewing places around here, and we hope this one tastes well. But I'm sure it does. It says, I love it. It says, pour slowly into a stem glass. Savor at 40 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll have to go get my digital thermometer. I'll be right back. So we'll get from there. Pete's typing something, so I'm going to keep talking.
Yeah. Guy, I'm done. I just want to welcome everybody.
Yeah. Who we got?
Yeah. Of course, our very own Chuck Davenport, who's been working on CG, and Chuck is now heading our editing team of one, which is him. Thank you, Chuck. And Chris Laskowski from Down Under's with us, and Scott Good, and David Francoeur, Bert Oliver Bulmer, another published sci-fi author. We're waiting to hear for his update so we can have him back on the show. We've interviewed him. Thank you for tuning in, Bert. Appreciate that. Let's see. John Van Gostein, James McCoy, and who else can I see? Mediocre Modeler. Yes! Mediocre Modeler is with us as well. He's been posting a lot of updating videos and the like. So if you haven't had a chance, head over to his channel and take a quick look at that. So that's who. Oh, Gary. Gary's with us. Hey, Gary here, East Coast. Gary Hickman, thank you for joining us live.
Yeah,
and everybody else.
Here we go.
Yeah. Rob Baum. Yes, Rob, our unofficial fact checker.
Rob, your stuff will be in the mail this weekend. Once again,
Perfect.
I only get the access to Mars Dispatch on Saturday.
Okay. So that's cool. In the meantime, anybody else that comes on, make sure that you put up a chat.
I love Mediocre Modeler. 10 seconds of tipsy. A lifetime of scarred memories.
That's right. And so I know that there's probably a couple of others that are signing in on whatever various.
If we've missed you, we'll catch you up later. If not,
put something up so I can recognize you. I want to make sure we thank you for tuning in live. We posted Claudia Christian, right?
Yes.
Which
Thanksgiving we did the Claudia Christian video. A really great interview with her at Dragon Con. So I'll be putting some more videos up as they come through. The editing piece of this, we plan on getting a couple more this weekend, and getting a couple more from New York Comic Con as well. So they're coming little by little bit. Claudia was amazing. Claudia's amazing. Such a fun person. Yeah, I was really. I didn't get this. I wasn't up doing the interview, but behind the camera, she was just a fantastic.
Oh yeah,
She was fun.
professional.
Yeah.
And Chris McCauley, thank you for setting that up.
Yes.
I believe
Yes.
we
If it
were,
wasn't for Chris, we wouldn't have had that one. Yeah.
and we were one of the only media
Yeah.
covering the
There
con
was.
that got an interview.
I think
with
she had a writ. I think the only other person that had a interview with her was a written media
Right, journalist.
journalist.
Yeah,
So
so
what they
she
call those
came
written
and
media people? I don't know.
she's a journalist. I'm pretty sure she didn't, or she was doing it for a blog or
Blog or
something like
something.
that.
Yeah.
She was doing a quote. Yeah, we got the interviewer, and you guys saw the video, and
Yep.
that's
And
like,
and who knew she did a cookbook? I did not know that. So
we got 1,500 views or close to, if not over now. So thank you everybody for watching. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. We just put that up for a couple of days and that went 1,500 just like that. So thank you. Susan, thanks for coming on. And let's see, I see everybody up. Good. All right. Thank you guys. So let's just open her up.
yes. So I'm using my Midtown Comics class. You're using.
I was there. I'm using my Magners.
Magners?
That's enough product placement. That's good. Okay, bye-bye.
So, hang on.
One.
Wait a second. Let's get us get us to full screen here. Hang on.
Oh, boy.
There we go. It's much bigger. We're much.
Ready?
You don't want to miss this. I mean, we're like
exactly.
big,
It's going to pour all over our yeah.
Especially
Ready?
if you dump yours all over your keyboard again, which is amazing,
Yes,
by the way.
last week. Yeah.
So ready? Uno,
Go.
dos, tres.
There we go. All right.
I know I've been waiting to hear that all week long. There you go. And Pete's just downing it. I mean, wow, Pete, you're in a hurry tonight.
Dude, I came straight from, I told you, from film school, and I raced in to make it on here, and
I wish we had smell-o-vision.
yeah, no kidding.
This is really, whoa. This is
it's just so good.
This is definitely like a pumpkin pie-ish. Wow, this is.
I
You
hope
can
it
definitely
tastes
smell
good.
the spices in this one. This is good. It smells
All right,
good.
well-
We'll find out in a minute. So,
Yep.
anyways, thank you for joining us. We're here every Thursday, but we always want to say thank you for everybody who is a fan. Thank you for everybody who creates the fandoms and everybody that is out there that wants to do more with their fandom, create pictures or create. What word am I looking? Wow, stumbling tonight. I haven't even started drinking yet. I got to start.
Yeah.
But everybody creates fanzines. Everybody creates fan fiction. Everybody who goes out and buys stuff that's fandom related or whatever else that's out there. It's important that we recognize the fans and the people behind the scenes of all of those really great things, and that is you. So once again, this is for you because Pete.
Fans feel the fleet, guys.
Because
Thanks
fans
for
feel the
tuning
fleet. Thank you.
All right. So, luckily,
I would ask you what yours tastes like, but everybody knows what that one tastes like. This one tastes
great. It tastes
amazing.
Great. It's great. Film
This
school
is amazing.
Not driving me to drink. Film school is
should.
great. I have some.
It can't drive you to drink because it's too expensive.
Yeah, I have a really talented professors teaching, and so I'm really blessed. I didn't expect what I've gotten so far, and the experience along with encountering fellow filmmakers and the like, and it's just a really cool experience. And so I wanted to share this first. I'm pretty sure I haven't brought this to the light, but this is the first time I met Dirk Benedict, Lieutenant Starbuck.
Holy crap!
That's my son, and so that was.
That was you. No, I was like the first time you met him. I was like, damn.
Yeah, that was. I took a picture of my kid. He was like, "Hey, is that your son?" I'm like, "Yep." So he was like all of 2 years old. So that was like 22 years ago, and I'd never met him before, so that was kind of fun.
Dang, you're old, Pete.
Yeah, I am. Trust me, I know. And not that you're old.
Oh, I'm a spring chicken, buddy.
Yeah, you are. Okay. Well, I got something to share, Here it is. Certificate of Authenticity. We hereby certify this 1978 Topps Battlestar Galactica proof cards number 125 to be certified authentic Topps memorabilia and that it has been purchased directly from Topps Vault. So, guys, I now
Is this one of the ones
have-
that never got
Nope.
done?
Nope.
No?
This is from the
Okay.
originals.
One of the originals.
The
Okay.
originals. Yeah. So here they are.
The Land Ram.
Yes, the Land Ram. So these are the proofs in basic colors. And the back of them have, of course, nothing. It's just cardboard proofs. And they're sealed. They have their seals.
What's a proof mean, Pete? I don't even know what that means. Yeah.
Yeah, so these are the first runs that have to be looked at and examined, and then they're divided by their colors. So this one has one of them has the white, the other one has the yellow, and then those colors will be meshed into one so that it all comes out onto one. It'll be one card, but they want to make sure that this one has the white, the other one has yellow. They're different colors, and then they kind of in the printing process it all comes together as one. And so I have these. I never would imagine. I collected them. I bought a box. I got a box for Christmas when they first came out in '78. That was my Christmas gift. And I woke up next morning, Christmas Day, and I went through all of them, and I was playing with them and putting them on, sorting them, and looking at the backs and reading them. And I never dreamt that I would have an actual proof set for one of my favorite vehicles, if not the favorite vehicle in Battlestar Galactica. It had always been the Land Ram. And so
my other vehicle is a Land Ram.
Yeah, this is number 125. So number 125, I'll pull it up later on towards the end of the show. I'll bring these back up and I'll show you what 125 looks like. And so I have now these, which I've been trying to get myself a set of those like this for any cards, and there's only been a few of them that have come up, and I got a set, so it's kind of cool. Since I'm a non-sports card collector, I really like that stuff. So, and there you are. That was my big grab this from last week to this week, was being able to get those, and like I said, I stumbled on that Dirk Benedict picture, and
that's cool.
I thought that was cool. Yep.
What's
And
the back
I
of that
got
thing say? Is that like one of the ones you got from the is it like
What?
no
This
the
thing?
Dirk Benedict picture? Is that like did you print that one out, or did you actually get that?
it. Yeah. No,
you printed it.
I printed that.
okay.
I took this is my photo. I took
What did you?
the picture.
But back in that day, did you take it with a digital camera, or was that actually a?
did.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I took it with a small digital camera, like one of those 3 megapixel digital cameras.
Did it have the 3.5-inch floppy input?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, I remember those.
That's and I also at this Big Apple convention, I met Dirk Benedict and Herb Jefferson, both of them for the first time, and it was really, really cool talking to them. And it was around the time for the Second Coming, so there was
really?
I talked to them about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is when I got to talk to both of them. They were sitting separately from each other, and so I posed the same question to both of them. And of course, Dirk Benedict was, I don't know what's driving.
All right, Tiny Bean, you're up.
And
I just want to make sure you weren't looking down.
So he
Sorry, I
was
was talking to my cat.
Oh, man, it's very important. Prep the cat. But yeah, so Dirk Benedict
Well,
told me-
everybody wants to see Tiny Bean's cat. Where's Tiny Bean's cat?
Where's the cat?
Where's the cat?
Oh,
Everybody loves cat videos.
Yes.
He's snoozing in the corner over here.
Oh.
My little
Oh,
man
let him
Romeo.
snooze.
But wait a minute, cats
Yeah.
never snooze. I mean,
No.
and they always come when called. I mean, what's
Oh,
the
yeah.
name? What's the cat's name?
This is Romeo.
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 His name is
Cool.
Romeo Trez. He is a tripod black cat that I rescued. Oh my goodness, like 11 years ago. So yeah, and he's getting up there. He's a sweetheart, and he
Oh.
decided he wanted to be in the room for the show tonight.
Excellent.
So,
Well,
Yeah.
he's a smart cat.
I have Troy, who's a 15-year-old cat, And he is going in for surgery here soon to have an eye removed because he has cancer in one eye.
Oh boy.
Poor baby.
But-
Do they have glass eyes for them? Can you
I
have
don't know. That's a good
glass
question. I don't think they do.
eye? Maybe not.
He just does this number. Arr.
Meow.
The pirate cat.
All right,
Meow. Arr.
Jason, welcome, Jason, to the show. Thank you for tuning in. And Fran, superfan Fran, thank you for joining us. I'm looking for Lola. I know that Professor
Her name
Pat
was
is
Lola.
confused,
She was a
and,
showgirl.
Charlene usually jumps on at some point. But hey, Tiny Bean, how are you?
Hey, how you good, guys? How y'all doing?
Outstanding.
Excellent.
Fabulous.
Fabulous. Jazz hands.
How is your there was an event that was very, very successful up at Lake Placid that you were involved in, and are you guys going to be doing a fundraiser anytime soon?
We are actually next
okay,
week.
tell us about
We
it.
are doing our big yearly winter fundraiser for I work at the Lake Placid Center for the Arts up in the snowy Adirondacks. So that's what's on the agenda, and we just are doing our Nutcracker performances right now with our ballet school.
It's that time of the year, yeah.
Well,
That's the time. Yeah.
Send us a link so we can put that up and promote that. So if there's,
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll put that up.
Yeah.
Awesome, I will. Thanks.
Dave Francoeur says hi, Tara.
Hey, Dave, how's it going? We've got a great
Cool.
crew on tonight. Everybody's in the house.
Oh yeah, full house.
Everybody's
full
in the
house.
house.
So Tiny Bean, tell us what's cooking, because I finished watching Bodies. I thought it was excellent.
Bodies?
Oh, good.
What's that one on?
Glad.
It's on Apple.
I do have Apple now because of. Thank
I
you.
thought it was great.
Yeah,
I thought it was
thank
great.
you. I have Apple now just to see the Hugh Howey series.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
That's
why I
We'll
bought.
be talking about that.
Oh, go for it. All right, let her rip, Chris.
And there we go. I was paid for that intro, by the way. So here we go.
It was the perfect lead-in. Well, if you guys are all set, then I will jump right in. So, hello, IFB. It's so good to be here. I hope everyone in the States had a great Thanksgiving. Welcome to Tiny Bean's Corner, where we discuss some new, some old, but all interesting things for your viewing pleasure. Last time I was here, we discussed the proliferation of monster titan movies on the horizon because, when it rains, it pours. And that is also the case in the Alien film franchise world. Everything is happening at once. So let's start with the upcoming Alien TV series. This one will take place before the events in the original film, and it will also be the first Alien show to take place on Earth. So that's something. And they just dropped news that Justified's Timothy Oliphant is joining the cast. Rumor has it he will be playing an android, and unlike Ash and Bishop, jury is out on whether he will be more like Ash or more like Bishop, but you know what I mean. They have just gotten back to production since the strike, so here's hoping we won't have to wait too long. The other Alien project that we've been talking about is Fede Alvarez's Alien Romulus film. Now, this one will take place in the canon somewhere between Alien and Aliens. It's in post-production now and slated for an August wide release in theaters, and it's already getting a lot of advance praise. Great cast of young people, including Isabella Merced, Kaylee Spaney, who is getting lots of buzz right now for the new movie Priscilla, Archie Renault, and David Johnson. So, with these two projects on deck, there is surely a big resurgence of Alien to come in the popular culture for 2024. And you know me, I am all in for that. Now, here's something fun for you, and I mean really fun. You may remember that Tiny Bean is a proud D&D nerd, and boy, do I miss it. Well, if you're like me, have I got a treat for you. Imagine if D&D was combined with improv comedy. that is the premise behind Faster Purple Worm Kill Kill. Imagine a bunch
What a name.
Is that great? It's a bunch of celebrity D&D buffs, including the likes of Will Wheaton, Matthew Lillard, Todd Stashwick, and they all get together on stage to play D&D live with a dungeon master and the live audience. And sometimes, like at an improv show, the audience gets to weigh in with suggestions. It is hilarious, and it made me very nostalgic for my old late night D&D days. It is available on Freevee, and you can look up the episodes on YouTube as well. So check that one out. It is really fun and really, talk about the nostalgia factor. Wow. So before I jump into reviews, guys, I just wanted to give you some quick updates on some of the shows that we've been following in the last year or so and where we stand now that the strike is over. So Star Trek Strange New Worlds is now back at it. They're only about a month behind schedule for filming, so here's hoping we'll see the new show next fall. The Sandman on Netflix is diving into quick production on season 2, and yesterday was actually the 35th anniversary of the publication of the original graphic novel in the series. I would say it's going to be at least a year before we get to see that one. And The Last of Us is expected to start filming in February for season 2, so that one will likely not be back till about 2025. So slowly but surely, guys, things are getting back on track. In the meantime, we've got plenty of other stuff to keep us entertained. So, in reviews, have you guys been able to catch The Killer on Netflix? Now, that was fun. David Fincher never really disappoints, and Michael Fassbender as the heart and soul of the film, the killer in question, has never been better. This one follows this high-level assassin on multiple missions around the world over the course of the year. It's really spellbinding in ways that I never would have imagined, and it's funny. No one is talking about the humor in it. It's subtle, but I truly laughed out loud a few times. For example, he chooses delightful aliases whenever he flies, and they all have one thing in common. I won't spoil it for you, but I believe the first alias he uses is Felix Unger.
Oh my gosh.
So, you may have an idea where this is going.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Also of note is the soundtrack. Almost all of the songs are from the 80s new wave band The Smiths. And I had to keep rewinding the film because I found myself singing along and missing scenes. And they really dig deep into the Smiths canon. Like, there was stuff that I was like, I haven't heard that in 20 years. So really, really fun, guys. It's a dark and violent film, but it is also a fun and thrilling joyride at the same time. So check this one out, guys. It's on Netflix. Speaking of fun and thrilling joyrides, I hope you're all following Monarch: Legacy of Monsters.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
3 episodes of it, guys. And that last one.
Where's that one at?
That's on Apple. You got Apple now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to check that one out. Monarch. Okay.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell, that man does not miss a beat. He is incredible. The series takes you back and forth in time with his real-life son, Wyatt, playing him in the flashbacks. And the resemblance is incredible. Not to mention that they even walk and talk the same. Like, I have to do double takes from time to time. Like, wait, who? What? It's really, really good, guys. It is a great entry into the Titan legacy of films and shows. Very intrigued to see what happens next. It's giving us tons of backstory and history of the Monarch Agency. And lots and lots of cool monsters. So,
yes.
Check it out, guys. It is totally worth the Apple subscription. I cannot wait for the next episode to hit. So,
subscribe to Apple. We'll save another. They'll send us an extra 5. Just kidding.
Yeah, we'll show you.
we should sponsor. Yeah. Apple Plus was sponsored by
Extra Monsters. Excellent. Well, guys, before I leave you tonight, I just wanted to do a quick shout out to the great king of Saturday
Oh
mornings.
my God.
Oh,
Oh.
Right? Marty Croft passed away this week at the age of 86.
Ah.
Half of the great Sid and Marty
HR
Croft
puffin
duo.
stuff.
Oh my gosh. I mean, these guys literally shaped our childhood in the 70s.
Yep.
I mean, can you
Yeah.
imagine Saturday mornings
Slee
without Land of the
Stacks.
Lost?
Oh my gosh.
Land of the Lost.
Land of the Lost. Yes.
Oh, I mean, come on.
Land
HR
of
Puppet
the
Club.
lost.
The Bugaloos, Lidsville, and also fun, evening stuff like the Osmonds Variety Show.
Oh my gosh, I
All
didn't know
came
he did that. Yeah,
Yeah,
wow.
absolutely.
I remember the
amazing.
Osmond Variety Show. Yeah.
Right? Wasn't
Yeah.
that great? Hey, I had the Barbie dolls to go with it. I did.
I can't say I did, but
Oh yeah.
I'm sure my aunt
But,
did.
yeah.
So
So, what an imagination and what a legion of fans to follow. And as we always say here at IFB, fans fuel the fleet, and Sid and Marty Croft, boy, did they inspire all of us.
yes.
So rest easy, good sir. You helped make our childhood great fun.
absolutely.
And that's all for the corner tonight. So back to you, Pete.
So Tiny Bean, just making sure we say hello to John Harris and of course Karen. Thank you for tuning in and watching. I appreciate that very, very much. And Lola, okay, Lola's on. Excellent.
Her
Sean
name was Lola.
Sean Shallow from
Sean,
Battlestar
great.
Bulletin Board is with us, and Dorian Keyes, award-winning sci-fi author,
Hey,
and
Dorian.
our very own. He is composing original music for.
Yeah,
the
we
Stranded
can't wait
Warrior.
till he'll be the.
Yes.
Yeah, it's funny that that is the last kind of the piece that you do after you edit all the videos and everything else. So you're hang on, Dorian, it's coming. Yeah, we got to edit it first.
We got the right guy working on this.
Yep.
Finally, Chuck is on this, and as
Yep.
soon as he gets that hard drive, man, we're going to be ripping this up. So,
Oh, wonderful.
And then we can't wait to hear the because the soundtrack for the trailer was just fracking amazing.
Oh, it's
So
incredible.
good.
I mean,
Incredible.
yes. Not only is he award-winning author, but he is a tremendous ability to put the music to score
Yep.
something like that. I mean, I was like, wow, he's got
And
the
he has a
crescendos
cameo.
in the right spot and everything. It's just
right.
perfect. Yep.
Is a cameo in the Stranded Warrior.
Yep.
So yes, and for those of you who don't know, Tiny Bean is the colonel of the Battlestar Helios. So yeah. with her own card, collectible card,
Hello.
and
It's the best.
and so
Teaser.
oh
Bye,
yep,
bye. Sorry.
Oh, stop that! Let me. Well, you know what? Stop.
Get the marshmallows out, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
Oh,
shout out to Jonan. Thanks for joining us live here on Interfleet Broadcasting. Tiny Bean, looking forward to the next update. And
Yes.
so, yeah. So it's the 30th. Today is the 30th of November. So we have a few more shows before the end of
the
2023. So we're looking forward to
calendar year. Yeah.
updates. Yeah. So it'll be
can't
fun.
wait, guys. I'll be back in a couple of weeks. Looking forward to it, as always.
Outstanding. Thank you.
And we're looking
so
forward to having
much.
you on because you are amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Here's
Cheers to
you.
you,
All right.
Tara. Thank you.
so much, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, wow. That is so cool. And you know what? I think all said and done, the fact that we're going to have John 1 on later on
This.
to help close out, he's going to give us his own take on what, his summation of what he's watching and he's been, looking at, and, his little, briefing on upcoming shows and what there's a little bit overlap, but it's all good. So,
Yeah.
and we're going to WinterCon.
Yeah.
weekend.
I heard. Is it this weekend? It was
It's
next
this
weekend.
weekend.
Oh wow.
No, it's
Fast.
actually this weekend. Yeah.
I've been listening audiobook wise. I've been doing Eric Vall still. So Succubus Lord.
Oh God, that
it's
sounds
I'm
really
on I'm thinking to myself, it's an audiobook. I'm going to go ahead and switch to something else. And the Succubus Lord has like 13 books. And I'm like, yeah, I'll stop at 1. Okay, maybe I'll stop at 2. Oh, maybe I'll stop at 3. Crap, I'm at 4 right now.
Wow.
Driving at 4, and once again, it's not PG-13. This is definitely a rated R if you're looking at Succubus Lord, but it's a tremendous story. I love it. It's good.
I'm starting a New York Times book section recommendation on a time travel book.
Oh, which one?
So yeah, once I start it, I'll bring it up when we start it, because it's still, I can tell you what it is if you're gonna, since look, as a matter of fact, hold on. As a matter of fact, Gary wanted to hear my story. He wanted me to finish my little tale about Dirk Benedict, but it's called Same Bed, Different Dreams. And yep, and I believe it has to do, well, you know what? Let me see real quick. Let's see what I can read you guys a little bit of title details.
It's not an audiobook, right?
It is an audiobook, and it just came out. Yeah. I just thought it was pretty cool. A wild, sweeping novel that imagines an alternate secret history of Korea and the traces it leaves on the present, loaded with assassins and mad poets, RPGs, and a slasher film, pop bands, and the perils of social media.
Holy crap, that sounds like one hell of a freaking...
Exactly.
It sounds like you put a bunch of stuff into a bag and shook it. I mean...
They're recommending it, so I actually, when I used up one of my credits, and now it's set up. As soon as I finish reading my 40K, the next 40K book, I'm halfway through. That's next up. However,
is it a Dan Abbott 40K?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a Dan Abbott book, but it's really, really good.
It's not, or is?
It is not written by Dan Abbott, but it is one of those. John sent me a really cool follow-up about Dirk Benedict. He's been trying to negotiate getting him on the show. I'll let him tell you what.
That would be fantastic.
Well, there's. I'm gonna let him discuss it.
Yeah.
Me a copy of what he got back.
Yeah.
And I'll let him talk about it. But so when I went to meet Dirk Benedict and Herb Jefferson, I asked them about Richard Hatch and the Second Coming, and Dirk was saying that he was surprised that Rich had gone as far as he did. That it may be.
Yeah, we've heard that. Yeah.
So I'm paraphrasing, but ultimately he thought it was foolish. He basically
I've heard that too.
Yeah, that Rich had gone too far.
I mean, he mortgaged his house. I mean,
he did.
Yeah.
He did. So, and you know that Dirk wasn't in it.
Right.
So,
right.
He just didn't. He wasn't very positive about it. And then I asked Herb Jefferson the same thing. I brought it up to him, and Herb was like, this is Glenn Larson's, and he has to respect that.
Yep.
And Dirk said to me, I don't expect Glenn to actually approve it. He goes, since
I've heard that before, yeah.
Yep. Since Rich didn't go through Glenn, he says, I don't think this is going to happen. And Herb, of course, was very close with Glenn Larson, and he basically said the same thing. He was like, I don't know, I don't understand what the motivation.
Right.
I understand what the motivation was, but I don't think he's going anywhere. And the last thing you want to do is piss off Glenn Larson. So that's what.
Yep. Don't stomp on somebody else's dreams. I think Eric had did a pitch too, right? If I remember correctly, Eric had talked about it.
Yes. Yeah. So Jonan, so North and South Korea, correct. It has something to do with the Korean War and the outcome of it in that book that I just mentioned. So I don't know. I'll listen to it and I'll bring it up again and we'll revisit it, because I'm big into alternate history and all that stuff. That's one of my, Chris too. We're both into that.
Yeah, I'm big in. I like. There's a bunch of different books I listen to, but the Eric Voll series, I can't remember. I'll have to look it back up. There's a male and a female artist that does the voiceover for this, and it's amazing. The voiceover artists for that Eric Voll's books are they're both of them are very talented. So Eric Voll does all the work in regards to the writing, but the acting out of the book, when it comes down to, I never thought of an audio book, a voice actor. I never thought of it that way, but these two are amazing voice actors in regards to the book. So I'll just leave it at that. Well, maybe someday we'll get that on it. John's working on it. So go ahead.
Well, Pete. Talking about books, two things. Books is a perfect segue to get us into our guest.
That's right.
But right before we do that, I did want to mention that Baz is listening. He jumped on live from down under. He's in Australia. He's building that Mark II 1-to-1 scale.
Not anymore. Now he's building he's building the area to put the trailer together.
However, he just sent us a message and he said, "Good day, guys," and Tara Scully just popping in to say good day, then gotta go. We are in the middle of a 3-day knife camp and blade show. See you next week.
That's cool.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and I am going to then discuss later in the show. There's a couple of things that I wanted to bring up regarding X-Files. So we'll talk about that later on. So there's an X-Files update for you guys as well.
You didn't clue me in on this one. I'm interested to hear that one too.
I happened to look at it right before I left screenwriting class. And so we got that going. But without further ado, thank you for taking your time out and visiting us and sending us all this great material. Micah Harris is waiting in the green room. So Chris, if you wouldn't mind bringing him on.
We're ready to go.
Stand
by.
Let's walk.
Coming across.
Man, there's
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, Micah, thanks for joining us, man.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Oh, outstanding. So, you're a sci-fi fan. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then tell us about sci-fi before we get into your work, so we get a better feel for your background.
Whoops.
Well, I was one of those kids of a certain generation where shock theater was a big thing. The old Universal Monster and the Hammer films and comic books, around that time too, were just around 15 cents, 20 cents. And it was a time where, those sort of things were sort of scarce. And it fueled your imagination as a kid. There wasn't so much product out there. And I remember, writing my own comics. I've still got my first comic book that I wrote and drew. Character called the Masked Marble, and I remember writing my own stories, with big pens on notebook paper, stapling them together, and it was just I had that creative impulse, and there was a lot of room to dream, in those days.
Cool. I mean, that's kind of, if you were to just throw out a couple of your favorite TV shows that, have lasted with you, and a couple of movies from the genre that have kind of played still in your head, which would they be?
Oh, inspirations, yeah.
Well, the original King Kong is definitely my favorite all-time movie, and that resonates in my writing. Kong appears in my Becky Sharp novel. Of course, I can't call him that. Um, I also have a novel published by Airship 27 Publications called Ravenwood, the Stepson of Mystery. That's the title. He's a 30s paranormal pulp detective that
Ooh.
Ron Fortier rescued from obscurity. The name of the novel is Return of the Dugpa. And again, although I don't use any trademark names, that's an adventure that occurs with Andaro right before King Kong. So that definitely Kong is definitely one that stuck with me, and I keep referencing. Uh, as far as TV shows, after that, um, back in the day in the period of the time, where there just wasn't so much product. Again, uh, you you treasured those Star Trek episodes. When there were just 3 seasons and they went into syndication. And I remember I got to see The Prisoner when it first ran on CBS
Whoa.
over the summer, and it was I had no idea really what was going on. You had this neat blob, as I thought of it, as like a 7-year-old, Rover. And in fact, I just wrote a semi-origin story for Rover unofficially.
Really?
Yes, yes. Of course, you can't call him that exactly, um, but I combined it with what is this came much later, my favorite TV show of all time, Twin Peaks,
Oh,
and
wow.
Sweet.
it's a melange of that, of Robert Altman's Kiss Me Deadly. You remember the golden light that comes out of the Taché case of Pulp Fiction?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, well, yeah, I give an origin story for that golden light. She's a character in
Ooh.
the story, and it was just published in an anthology from Black Coat Press called Tales of the Shadow Men. It's the 20th anniversary and final volume, and my story is called "The Secret Alchemy of Very Bad Balloons."
Nice.
So yeah,
Excellent.
those are things that I love, and love, and of course I find, and I think it's probably true for a lot of creative people, and certainly true with you guys. You come back to the things you love. You come back, you find a way to rework them and make them your
Yeah.
own. And
I think we
again, as you're,
go ahead.
sorry, go ahead.
I think we had talked earlier about fan fiction. So yeah, it's yes.
Yep, that's the fuel. I understand, and it's
Well,
true.
Micah,
for me.
let me introduce one of your works, Becky Sharp, The Eldritch New Adventures of Becky Sharp by you,
Okay.
and Lovecraftian Tale of High Adventure, new expanded edition, more Eldritch adventures, more art, more special features. So let me just open this up real quick and show this off. And if you're into this genre, guys, highly recommended. And I thought this stuff was really cool. I just want to open up to the back here because you got some really, really cool artwork in here. It's that and at least one other. I want to get one other out here. Let's see. Without looking, it's kind of hard. But there's some really cool art in here. And guys, highly recommend if you can actually pick one of these up. But
by Lawson Wallace did the cover.
Cool. And so Micah, tell us if you would about Becky Sharp then, since I picked this one up first.
Yes, and Becky Sharp is a character created by William Makepeace Thackeray. It was Charles Dickens' greatest rival, one of them back in the 19th century. And he wrote a novel called Vanity Fair. and she's sort of an anti-heroine, or I would just say a villainous. F. Scott Fitzgerald thought she was the prototype for Scarlett O'Hara, but Becky might kill you, as opposed to Scarlett. And so I took Becky and wrote a sequel to Thackeray's literary classic, and decided I would plunge her into H.P. Lovecraft's mythos. And she's a
Cool.
very, some people would say amoral. I mean, I might just say, she does what she needs to do. She does some very bad things, um, but uh, the tale itself is sort of a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen proposition.
Oh,
And
excellent. Yep.
yeah, and she crosses over with, Captain Nemo, Sherlock Holmes, King Kong. She has a certain King of the Jungle's baby, although he doesn't know about the paternity. And there's a tie into Kong there. Um, and Yeah, I'm very pleased with that. It's one of my most popular things, and that edition actually incorporates a two-part novella that had run in some previous Tales of the Shadow Man, along with some nice essays by James Boychik, um, and Mark Schultz, who was the illustrator of the Del Rey Conan. If you got that edition of Robert E. Howard's original tales, he has an essay, and extra art by M. Wayne Miller and Lawson Wallace, who did the cover. They have, I think, there may be several original interior pieces they did. So I'm glad you like the art. I'm very proud of that.
Is that
yeah.
part of the
Really
is that
brought
part of
it-
that ice dragon looking thing?
Uh,
Like
no,
this?
no, that's actually an artist, Barbara.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's from the Chronicles of Ariston.
Okay. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
that's from Agents of the Runestone Ring trilogy. No, that's okay. Yeah, can't get enough monsters,
Oh, heck
That's
yeah.
one of my favorite.
So Micah, you actually you taught film and I believe it was writing, if I read correctly from your bio. So you do have, some structure in, you have a foot in that academic world, and now you've been able to, I guess, over the years, or even while you were doing it, you were able to write and publish, and not just be an academic. How does that play into your background?
Well, I'm kind of I guess, a natural synthesizer, and so when I'm writing these stories like the Becky Sharp stories, as I said, it's a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen proposition. You're weaving together different literary figures and characters, looking for connections. It's sort of a literary fun and games that different people have played with, most notably Philip Jose Farmer with his Wold Newton series of books, sort of an informal series there where he connects. He has characters like Doc Savage and Tarzan, and they all end up being related to each other. Um, it's just fascinating the way he worked that out and rooted it in history. Um, so that kind of crossover uh, fiction, it's a lot of fun. And of course, many people have played with that. But I think having an academic background, one thing if you're writing a nonfiction piece, um, and you're doing something literary, you want to see how different writers and different stories and themes connect. And again, I did teach film and movies. My love of movies. I've been going back to when I was a little kid and watching Dialing for Dollars movies
Wow.
in the morning. Yeah, if you remember that, it stopped the movie and people would send in a number or something and roll the cage around. But I'm seeing things in the 30s movies maybe Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. Uh, that whole vibe of Golden Age Hollywood, which amazingly to me at the time when I was a kid, those movies were only like 3 decades old, 4 decades old, and we're about further than that from Battlestar Galactica now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Think
Correct.
about it,
Yeah.
it's amazing. A lot of those stars were still living. I mean, Boris Karloff had become sort of an adopted national treasure. The narrating how the Grinch Stole Christmas, had his own Gold Key comic book series, played Captain Hook on Broadway, and um, but those films just captured my imagination. PBS used to have a Saturday night show called Hooray for Hollywood, and they would show older films, and again, I just love that stuff. And so, I hope that my writing is visual, and I hope that my love of film has contributed to that, or any kind of visual storytelling. Um, but it's yeah. Again, like I say, we sort of become the things we love. And
When we can, Micah, there's a question that John one just posed, and I think it's on target with where you're
okay.
describing your influences. He says your work combines Lovecraft and steampunk as well as history. Who are other authors that inspire you?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, my very influential writer on me growing up was Ray Bradbury.
Amen. Yes.
Good one.
That he was sort of that transition author between juvenile reader and adult reader.
I totally
I
agree.
think my brother, who's 11 years older than me, I'd get a Ray Bradbury book out and he could read it, and enjoy it on that whole other level. Bradbury was the first person who I learned had, or that you could have music and language. When I
Yep.
read Dandelion Wine by him in the ninth grade, I didn't know what was going on. But yeah, Bradbury, Edgar Rice Burroughs,
Oh, good
as
one.
a teenager, that was that was where it was for me as a kid. Those great Frazetta covers, and so yeah, that he was an influence on me. More in more recent years, by which I mean my 20s, which are quite sort of in the rear view window now. But again, Philip Jose Farmer, what he was doing. A writer named Mark Helprin wrote one of my favorite books, Winter's Tale, and a little relatively more recently, last 10, 12, 15 years or so, Alexander Dumas,
Okay.
The Count of Monte Cristo,
Yeah.
Oh,
unexpurgated, uncut, over 1,000 pages, tied with Winter's Tale for my favorite novel. And in fact, that one book you've got there with the Burger Mendicant on the cover, the steampunk one. Yeah, there he is, right. Incognito. The Verger Mendicant is sort of my rewrite on the Count of Monte Cristo via the Shadow,
Ooh.
my
Ooh.
favorite pulp character. And some of the stuff that the Shadow does with multiple identities, Edmond Dantes was doing that back in the 1840s or whatever. Yeah. Um, the third book in my trilogy, Royals, Rogues, and Dragons Arise, is largely my rewrite of the Count of Monte Cristo via the Shadow. There were a little Batman thrown in
Cool.
with set in a 19th century Scandinavian kingdom, and even though it's part of the trilogy, it can be read on its own, and as can Incognito, my new novella that's just out. That one can also just be read on its own. Uh, and so, if anyone is looking for an introduction into my Aristod series, and you might be a little sketchy about going into a trilogy, Incognito is a pretty slim volume, just over 100 pages, and that's a good intro. You can go back and read the trilogy as prequel stories, if you like. But in each of those volumes, I do, even though there's an overarching, larger, continuous story, I do give you at least one complete story within each volume. It's not like it just stops. Every episode, if you will, has a beginning, middle, and end, as well as the total overarching trilogy. But especially that third one, Royals, Rogues, and Dragons Arise. If you're a fan of the Shadow, if you're a fan of the Count of Monte Cristo and any of those type of vigilante characters that assume an identity and come back for revenge, that's the book, and you can get a little taste of the Burger Mendicant style. Uh, by reading Incognito first, if you like, although chronologically it happens later.
Love it. Love it. If I could draw you a little bit over to your graphic novel, Heaven's War, Micah, can you
Okay.
tell us about this? Because Incognito is hot off the press. I mean, this is brand new, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, like literally what, like a week old, if I'm not mistaken?
Well,
And this,
right.
this, tell us the background on this, because this is incredible. I'm going to open it up a little bit.
Heaven's
Just get it-
War just went out of print after 20 years.
Oh my gosh.
I'll tell you. But you may still be able to
20
find
years.
copies here and there. It's basically a historical fantasy. It stars Charles Williams, who was one of the Inkling crowd with C.S. Lewis and J.R. Tolkien. C.S. Lewis and Tolkien are supporting characters in this. They're sort of Williams' wingman. Charles Williams is the more obscure of the writer and the more difficult to read, but he had such an interesting personal history. He was a Christian author, but he had been part of the Order of the Golden Dawn, whose other members included Arthur Waite, who was a guy who was deeply into esoteric matters. In fact, he did the standard tarot deck that you still get at Barnes and Noble.
No.
Yep.
Really?
He was in.
Yes.
He wrote a book on Freemasonry.
Wow.
He was a friend of the author of The Great God Pan, Arthur Machen. Yeah, and W.B. Yeats was also a member of the Order of the Golden Dawn, as was Aleister Crowley, the most wicked man in the
Wow,
world.
Mr.
So
Crowley.
Heaven's War, is Charles Williams, C.S. Lewis, and J.R. Tolkien versus Aleister Crowley for this real-life unsolved mystery of a place in France called Rennes-le-Château. There's some great secret there. The most popular version was the Holy Blood, Holy Grail conspiracy, which I don't buy. I'm not endorsing, but I'll just tell you, I made mine up. I made up my answer to the mystery. And so basically, Williams, Lewis, and Tolkien are rushing over the French landscape, racing Aleister Crowley for something that the Knights Templar knew about and hid, and it's hidden there under the ground in France. And definitely one of the most popular things I've done, published by Image Comics, drawn by Michael Gatiss, who's also the artist of the Marvel series Alias, also known as Jessica Jones, which you may be familiar with as the Amazon series.
Incredible stuff. This is really, really cool. Which then brings us to, since we were talking about, monsters. You published an article in Wonder, and I have it here, and it's related, of course, to none other than King Kong. So, yeah. So tell us about this. This was a really cool article too. So tell us a little bit about this one.
Okay, well, Wonder Magazine is published by Lint Hatcher. It's a beautiful magazine. The detail and care that he puts into the layout and art, um, and it's there's that boomer element to it, and in terms of you just were having the tribute to Sid and Marty Krofft. There, I think did one of those guys pass away?
Yep.
Did I pick up on that right? Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
In another issue, they were covering Saturday morning TV. So the issue that I'm in had the Rankin Bass connection. Of course, we're getting seasonal. We're getting Rankin Bass season right now. It's time for Rudolph and Frosty and those sort of things. They also had an issue that focused a bit on Sid and Marty Krofft. It's not limited to those past things of that I was talking about that inspired me, but they review contemporary, popular culture, roadside attractions, roadside America sort of thing. And it's just a fun magazine that offers you some speculation, some thoughtful, fun speculation into what is the wonder behind the things that in popular culture in our childhood, particularly the things that fandom enjoys. That what is the impulse? What is behind the wonder that we discover? That drives us to create, but um, where is that coming from? And it's not as heavy as that may sound. It's a lot. It's just a lot of fun. And so I approached Clint about the idea of doing a survey of Rankin Bass's use of King Kong, which they did going back almost to the beginning. And I'd never thought about all the parallels between Bumble, they call him, and Rudolph,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
King
yeah, yeah,
Kong,
yeah.
right down
Bumble.
to the cave lair with a cliff balcony, people going over the side. Bumble's got his own Carl Denham Con Cornelius, and Arthur Rankin was a major Kong fan. He would have been a first generation Kong fan. And so he said on purpose early on he would get a dinosaur, an ape, or something in his stuff, and then that they were producing. And then in the '60s, you guys might remember Rankin Bass did the Saturday Morning King Kong show with that incredible theme song. That's maybe some of the best music
Yep.
to come out of
Pete may
Rankin
remember
Bass
that, but
outside
I
of
don't.
Rudolph's soundtrack. And then they did while they had the rights, they did a collaboration with Toho to make the live action, right? King Kong Escapes movie. And you can see the parallels between it and the Saturday morning show, which is very interesting. The spy angle, I mean, the villainous in the King Kong Escapes is My Ham, who just finished making the Connery Bond movie in Japan with him. And the family's name in the cartoon that Kong befriends, last name is Bond. So there's kind of a '60s. I remember it. When I was a kid, spies in outer space, spacemen. That was big stuff. And so there's that espionage angle that is in their King Kong franchise. In fact, I believe the cartoon that King Kong sandwich, you'd get 2 episodes of King Kong, and in the middle series was Tom of Thumb. It was an acronym like, Uncle THUMB, Tom of Thumb. And the motto was they gave their height for their country, you know? And,
Nice.
yeah, it was some of that nice Bullwinkle kind of humor, kids got. Yeah, that's lovely stuff. Lovely magazine. Very proud of that. Yeah,
Is that Bumble?
Yeah,
there he is.
Yep, there he
Yeah.
is.
Cornelius.
this is
I
very
remember
cool.
Cornelius there.
Yeah,
I was very honored to interview Linda Miller, who was the starlet in King Kong Escapes. Yeah, she's one of the few ladies to be in Kong's Paw. It's a unique sorority she's part of there.
Oh
Very
wow,
nice
that's
lady.
cool. Very
Mhm.
cool. So that's in and of itself is one heck of working with an accomplishment, working on some of these incredible and just franchises that are they've been with us for how many decades and will be with us.
Yeah.
Not to mention Monarch that's on now on Apple, which is great.
Yeah.
And there's the whole other monster genre that's coming to life with the new, I think it's Godzilla 1 that's being put out now, which is incredible. But you also got an article that is in this little shop of horrors, and it is here. It is right here, Thangor, right? And the Valley of Demons, Lost in Lemuria. And you got to tell us all about this one, because this was beyond me. I was like, I take pleasure in knowing a lot of this stuff, but this one I didn't know much about. So would you be so kind to walk us through this? Because this is incredible, guys. For those of you who haven't picked up anything like this is cool.
I was
All I
very
can think of is Little Shop of Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors, Richard Clemenson's magazine, which I know we talk about fanzines a lot, or you guys do, and that's a subject that's close to my heart as well. And Richard's magazine is one of the longest running, but it's such a upper grade. I mean, he self published it, but it's got over the decades that Little Shop of Horrors has had some of the best film history and analysis, just rich in-depth articles on initially on Hammer films. I mean, it's just incredible documentation that these writers put together, and of course, it's enjoyable reading as well. I don't want to make it sound like it's dry at all. And so they were spreading out. I mean, the magazine, wow, I think I've been publishing at least since the early 70s. So they started including things like, the Frank Langella Dracula, maybe, things like some of Hammer's rival studio output. And Thongor was something I read about in Starlog when I was 17 years old.
Yeah.
And I was very much into stop motion animation, as a lot of young guys in my generation was, doing my Super 8 movies, and even playing around with my own rear projection, with putting my high school buddies against these monsters. And so I read about this stop motion movie coming out. And again, this was a time where you didn't have a lot of information, at least living in Eastern North Carolina in the 70s. It wasn't the hub of sci-fi and fantasy fandom, let me tell you. But I read about it, and then I never heard anything about this movie. And I mean, I went out and got the first two novels, and which I enjoyed. It's not, you wouldn't say it's the greatest prose that the author Lynn Carter wrote, but I read it at the right time as a 16, 17-year-old boy, And those first two Thongor novels are very close to my heart. And so, it was like, what happened to this movie? What happened to this epic, or this stop motion movie? And so, decades later, the internet has made it possible to get in touch with people, reach out to people that you could not have done so, otherwise. And Tony, what was his name? Tony McVie. I'm so sorry if I'm getting his name wrong, but he was very nice in reaching out, and he was going to work on it. He's still working in the industry. He was one of the guys who put Baby Yoda together, or helped make Baby Yoda.
Oh wow!
Really?
Yeah. But back in those days, he mentioned that he was. He went over to Ray Harryhausen's house. Ray Harryhausen was getting ready to make Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger, and he was casting that giant walrus, and it's on his kitchen table, and plaster the mold for it.
Wow.
And so, yeah, Mr. McVeigh was a model maker himself. There's some pictures in the article there that we got from that Starlog magazine of the flying lizard creature he was putting together. And so it took me years to get that together, to talk to the different people involved. Um, but it was a very rewarding experience to solve the personal mystery to me of what happened to Thongor, and then to hear these stories, to talk to the director Harley Toklas, who went on to have quite a career. In fact, he was the second unit director on The Empire Strikes Back. He told me that anything with a
Really?
window of that, he said,
Wow.
I directed. And he directed the Luke Vader fight. He said George Lucas told him they had done so much, his unit should be called the other unit, not the second unit.
Huh.
And so, I was still teaching at that time at a local, 2-year college, and Mr. Koklas he lives in England. He happened to be over in Hollywood, and we timed it so that I sat out in the parking lot and talked to him on the phone after wanting to
Convenient.
speak with him for years, and yeah, that was great. Um, that was a dream come true experience, and plus, uh, the inside cover, which you may not want to show because there's a little nudity there in the art. I don't think it's anything terrible, but
PG-13
for
or
myself, yeah. But that was drawn by Bruce Timm, which you may be familiar with from Batman the animated series, and so to have that beautiful piece by him was just also a treat.
Micah, we have a really good question for you from our good friend Baz in Australia down under, and he
Okay.
says, Micah, what would you think about a remake of War of the Worlds being done, keeping faithful to Jeff Wayne's musical version minus the music?
wow.
Oh, he sees the
Yep.
set behind me. Yeah, yeah. That set I think makes it clear I would be right there for it. That set has got not only the standard edition, which I got on vinyl when it came out, in the '70s, but it's got different remixes. It's a beautiful, beautiful collection, and it's got the documentary on the making of it. So yeah,
Wow.
definitely bring it on. Yeah, that would be great. Uh, you know, make a musical of it. Forever Autumn. That's Thunderchild. I love that. Yeah, yeah, that would be fantastic.
John Harris, he says, you're an amazing bro. Proud to be your big brother. So
Yeah,
thanks
that's
for putting
that's
that up,
my
John.
that's my brother Tim. Yeah, yes. Uh-huh. He,
So,
I
We
was
talked
talking
about he's
about
he's the
watching the
older
Hammer
brother.
films,
yep.
of earlier. I had to get him to stay up and watch them with me because they were too scary. So one of my fondest memories is seeing Christopher Lee's Horror of Dracula for the first time. And if you've seen that movie, it comes on with that stone eagle, and that music is so dom dom. And then the camera gives you the point of view. You're going down the steps to Count Dracula's crypt. And I remember
Nice.
I'm maybe 10 years old, and as that happens, I begin to move behind the couch. My brother is laying on sleeping in his underwear, you know, to put my brother in the couch between me and Count Dracula before that camera gets too close into that coffin, and it comes open.
Excellent.
And yeah.
Well,
So,
Micah, tell us where we can get your products, your all your books, right? All of this stuff. Where can we get it? Are you going to do any book signings? Any conventions? I know we were talking that you've done Dragon Con, you've done some of the con stuff, but what is 2024 bringing? And where can we get your stuff?
well, you can visit me on my website, minorprofitpress.com, and that's minorprofit press.com. And you can find out about my books there. including my Tales of the Shadow Man stories and other anthologies I've been published in. At the top of the comments, I do have that address. And I also have my business email if anybody would be interested in contacting me and joining my newsletter. I put out a monthly newsletter, the books of Micah, the newsletter of author Micah S. Harris. And, you get treats in there, like you've been showing some of the art here that I've been, fortunate to collaborate with artists like Brett Blevins, who did the cover for two of my books in my Aristod trilogy. Aaron Lepresti did the cover for the first one. I mentioned Lawston Wallace, Emily Miller. Usually my newsletter people, they'll get previews and like making of bits on those covers. You get to see the prelims and the artist process. All that sort of stuff is fun. I enjoy writing, essays on fantasy, sci-fi, popular culture. Check out my blogs there on my website. And if you enjoy those, you get stuff like that in my newsletter, from time to time. Um, and like one that, I don't know, maybe I'll cycle it this Christmas season is an essay I wrote on why that song, It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year, has a reference to scary ghost stories. Part of ghost stories mentioned in a Christmas song. Well, there's a reason for that. And I revealed that in one of my newsletters. My books are available on Amazon. Um, the trilogy is also available on Nook and Apple.
Excellent.
If you would like to get them as ebooks, but the print versions are available on Amazon. Right now, Amazon is the only place you can get Incognito in print. But of course, there will be a Kindle version, coming up of that as well. So yeah, I'd
Very
love
cool
to make the connection, with your fans, and send them on.
And what about audiobooks?
Adventure awaits.
Micah, audiobooks?
I have two audiobooks with Airship 27 Publications.
Okay.
They did Jim Anthony, The Hunters, which is I wrote one novella in that, and a gentleman named Joshua Reynolds, who's written a lot for Warhammer, he wrote the other novella, so I sort of interlocked mine with his. And not surprisingly, there's a big King Kong hand on that cover grabbing Jim Anthony. My story of that's called On the Periphery of Legend, and it's the story that was happening off to the side of the events of King Kong that you didn't see.
Nice.
But
We love that.
yeah, but both it and Ravenwood do have audio books as well as Kindle and print. And
Fantastic. Micah, thank you
Right.
so much for sharing
Thank you guys for having
your
me.
all of these wonderful works that you've done, and coming on and talking about all this stuff and sending us these samples. We greatly appreciate that. We want to have you back as soon as
I'll be happy to come back, please.
please do. Please come back. Give us a follow up. We'll do a part 2, and we'll talk some more King Kong. I mean, it's hot, right? If for nothing else, giant monsters are back in. Right, so we got a lot of the Godzilla stuff going on. The monsters are back. So let's come back and let's talk in the new year. And we're looking forward to taking up some more of your time, man. You are fantastic.
Oh yeah.
And
In fact, what Godzilla -1 this weekend in theaters?
Yep. All right,
yep.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a little bit of Monarch too. If you catch Monarch, I would love to have you back and have a little
I gotta
discussion
start
on
watching
Monarch.
that one.
Oh yeah,
Okay, well,
it's
let's
good.
plan on doing that.
All right.
Great.
Well,
That'll be
Micah,
worth an Apple subscription.
excellent. Yeah, for a month or whatever to binge it. Micah, thank
The
you for
free
everything, man.
subscription, yeah.
Thank you
All
for
right.
taking the time out
Here's
and
one.
sharing all of this with us.
The heart of the
Here's to
Carolinas
you.
here.
Have a great holiday season.
Yep. Thank you for
and,
your time.
Yeah, we'll
Thank
see
you
you in
so
the
much
new
for
year.
having me, guys. It's been fun.
All right, so here's to you. Cheers, Micah. Thank you again. Be
You're-
well.
Keep fueling the fleet, sir.
Sure. Thank you.
Man, oh man, isn't that fun when we get somebody that's a fan? I mean, we've said this like so many times, right? That when we have a fan that is doing this stuff, isn't it so cool, right?
Yeah, it brings a whole level. I mean,
Yeah, man.
yeah, it's so much better. I mean, we've got Baz and everyone. All this. It's when a fan goes out and I don't know. I can't think of the word. They throw themselves into it and create something so special for the other fans. It's so amazing.
It's so cool. Jonan says he put up a post, says Sleepy Hollow was an homage to Hammer Films. I guess that might be the TV show, Jonan. Yeah. So
I did like Sleepy Hollow, the TV show.
Yeah. Jonan's in my film class with me, so thanks for joining. And he's very knowledgeable on a lot of this, a lot of film background and all that. So very cool. Thank you for joining in. And I mean, so cool, right? I mean, we get we try to get John won. Get John one.
See him
Thank
yet,
you for getting the authors and a lot of our guests are thanks to John.
I got him. Okay.
So thank you. Oh, Jonan says no, the movie Sleepy Hollow, the movie.
The movie? Not the TV series. I don't think I remember seeing the movie.
Jonan, if you can get us the year, we could put that up.
I'm gonna have to look that up now. I'm gonna have to look that up. Thanks a lot.
Oh, the one with Johnny Depp. The one with Johnny Depp. Remember the Sleepy Hollow with Johnny Depp?
Wow.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Now I remember it. Yeah.
Yes, Merle Harris, thank you for stopping by. Merle is my mother's name. Thank you very much. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate that. Christopher Lee is in it. Yeah. We have John One is going to give us. Hey, John, how you feeling, man?
Hello, everybody. Good. Yeah, playing my son yesterday. My back went out, so I feel a little better.
All right, good, man.
Pain and a lot of this.
Old age shit. Old age stuff.
Buddy.
I can say that.
Oh boy, what a great guy, man! What a great guy. So
he's really great to talk. We've been talking back and forth on a messenger, and he's been showing me a lot of stuff, and I'm like, wow, and I'm just like floored.
So, I'm going to be sharing one of these items with my fellow film students. So I'll be I don't know. I'm going to bring in a few pieces of stuff, guys, from our extra, all our extras, and I'm going to give some stuff out for during right before Christmas with all the my fellow screenwriters, film students, and just share the love with those guys. Anyway.
About sharing it.
And John, you and I are going to. Are you going to go to WinterCon this weekend?
Yes, I am. Yep.
All right. So Saturday,
we're
going to meet up on Saturday.
I gotta say this. So jealous.
Yeah. If you wanted to, you'd get on the train. I'd pick you up and we'd go spend a day over there. But
train
look at that.
Up.
We got some.
Come on.
I hear you.
We got some good guests coming Saturday, a little bit better than last year. I'm like, wow, Farscape.
Oh yeah.
Guys from Farscape. Who was it?
Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest 2, the Galaxy Quest Reunion.
Ooh.
Yes.
Lex.
Lex.
Lex. That's right.
I don't remember Lex.
Yep.
Is Lex the Superman?
It was like a really horrible Canadian sci-fi show.
It was like total camp, but it was
like
from
John. John lays it out. It's a horrible thing.
Lex was good, man. Lex was good. Yes,
the only funny thing was like the robot head. He's like, he'd say funny things.
Oh,
it's best thing. It was a
totally
robot.
Funny. Oh, totally funny. Worth it. Lex was good. Yeah, so we're gonna go. We'll meet up. We'll do that offline. We'll set that up. We'll go there and we'll do like a quick picture like we did with Chiller Theater Expo. We'll go around. We'll take pictures. I think I'm gonna get a couple autographs like I did at Chiller. And then
like who? Pete?
Who are you looking Galaxy for? Galaxy Quest. There's three of them that are gonna be there. So,
oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that.
Huh.
Just
I gotta-
yeah. Galaxy Quest.
I
is
like
really
Galaxy
good.
Quest, but I don't know if I'd run around and get the
It's
pay
not.
for the
It's not
signatures.
like. It's not like New York Comic Con or Awesome Con. It's
Oh,
it's
no?
a
It's
very,
very
it's a very
okay.
small. It's like it's a small con. They're at the tables. It doesn't take forever.
It's not included in the
great.
price, is it?
No. But
Oh, okay.
the price is
Which one was
super
that?
affordable. Oh,
Very
that
fun.
was
We have this.
that was I believe it was it which Farpoint, or was it
Something?
one of
I
them?
can't
Yeah,
remember.
I think it's one of those smaller ones that had autographs included. We're gonna follow up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
That's-
gonna be putting
You're
in
right.
for those passes. Yeah,
Does
so
Shore Leave have that included?
it might be. Yes, you know what?
Maybe
It might be
Shore
Shore
Leave.
Leave. I'm not sure if they both do it, but Shore Leave, I think maybe. And John, who's putting in? Somebody was putting in for our passes. I don't know.
Yeah,
who was handling-
I asked Steve Donasso, and he said he didn't see why not, so he's going to get back to us and give us the
Huh.
passes, so
Okay.
we should get it.
Fantastic.
Cool. All right, good. All right, so guys, we're gonna head to some cons. We're gonna put in a a
That's
photo
always.
montage of what the cons like, and clue you guys in. And I think we'll have some fun with that. John one and I'll cover. John, why don't you jump in and give us a roundup on what you have in store?
All right, we got some good stuff, some returning stuff. Good thing that the strike is over, because a lot of the new series are coming back in January and February,
Amen.
like Bray, a couple of stuff. So it's finally going to come some new shows. Thank goodness. Movies
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah.
looking forward to it. So, but tomorrow's the day. Godzilla -1 hits U.S. theaters.
Yes.
Critics are raving. It should be a good movie. I think me and my minions will be going, because I'm rewarding them. They earn it. Not up to go myself.
Are they
we'll be there
quiet
tomorrow
during
seeing it.
broadcast?
Yeah, everything's being very quiet for me. So hopefully that's pretty good. The budget was like a not very expensive budget, but the special effects, the graphics, and everything, it's just like wow. So even like the coloring and cinematography is really gonna be good. So I'm looking forward to it. So
Cool.
that's coming out tomorrow, and tomorrow hit the journey, but another bomb's coming in. DC's next movie is Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is set to hit theaters December 22nd. Jason Momoa, Amber Heard, and all that stuff. And the other good guy is Black Manta. So I'm looking forward to seeing Black Manta. But
Yeah.
Oh,
other
wow.
than that, good thing I pay for my HBO, and I'll just wait for it to come to HBO Max. save myself the hassle. I'll get my own stale popcorn here. So that's coming out on December 22nd. And let's see. And the upcoming next movie is called Wonka. It's about a prequel of Willy Wonka, how he got his shop, how he met the Oompa Loompas.
Okay.
So why not? It looks pretty fun and pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's a fantasy.
I can't think of that show without Johnny Depp.
Nah.
Johnny Depp, you have Johnny Depp, and the original one, Gene Wilder. We actually saw them at Chillicon.
Yeah.
We saw those guys.
That's right. Yeah, we did.
Johnny
It's kinda
Depp
fun.
and Gene Wilder?
No.
Well, Gene Wilder was in the original one, and Johnny Depp was in the second one.
Oh,
so
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
but Christopher Lee was in the second one too. So
Yes.
this looks pretty good. It's just get away for a while, enjoy a holiday. This is what a holiday movie is. You go out, see a musical, have some laughs. So why not? That's coming out on December 15th. So go see it. It should be good. That's the famous Chocolate Man. And Zack Snyder's long-awaited sci-fi drama is finally coming to Netflix. Rebel Moon. It's about a princess whose planet is being attacked by this senator race, and she has to be sent out to help, to get some people to help her fight the bad guys.
Okay.
Nothing like Star Wars at all, but it's
No.
Zack Snyder, so it should be good. It's like the first part one.
Yeah, part one.
It's good to watch on a Saturday.
1.5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Star Wars, something like Star Wars or Doom, but it's
Something
Zack
like-
Snyder, so everyone's gonna see it.
Yeah.
That should be on December 15th. And Marvel may be distancing their idea of having Kang as the big bad guy. I think because of all the legal battles that the actor's playing.
Wow.
Jonathan Majors is a good actor, but he's got some legal battles. But they're gonna try to push who the next guy is. He's gonna be either Doctor Doom or I think it's going to be Kingpin. I think it's going to be because Kingpin's going to be the next bad guy. He's coming out on the new Echo series coming out in January. He's going to be in the Daredevil series, and it's just going to ground the Marvel guys for a little bit. You know, he's a regular relatable bad guy, and they're not going to put all that money into wasting special effects, especially after the Marvels.
Yeah, I can see it.
I'm waiting for that to come on Disney Plus too.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
I love my prescriptions.
Yeah.
So, and that should be good too. So that's coming up, and so it could be a contender. Kingpin. I like him. He's a good actor, and it's enjoyable. And if you haven't seen the last Indiana movie, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny will be coming on Disney Plus tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Well, yeah, I saw the
December 1st.
movies.
Yep.
Did you?
And the series is
Wow.
sure to follow. And you can watch it on Disney Plus. Also, Percy Jackson and the Olympians. It's a series based on the kids' books.
Yeah,
Pretty good. They had two movies,
Disney
and now
Plus
they have a series on it.
Tomorrow? Oh,
That's
20th.
coming out on December 20th.
Ah, okay. I'm looking forward to
that's a
that
good
one.
And there's more of The Doctor, by the way. Last week he had a special. Tomorrow, Saturday night, he has another special called Into the Wild Blue Yonder, another special. And then next week's going to be the 9th, and then he has the Christmas one. So check that on Disney Plus too.
Cool.
And the Star Beast was good, but this one's going to be the Wild Blue Yonder, so that's pretty good too. And another special airing, and also we're going to what else? Not too many beers. We're also going to the con this weekend.
Wait a minute. I'm the Tipsy Toaster, right? Hang on.
Yeah.
And the con's going to be pretty good. I'm going to bring one of my minions with me. And
Oh,
I heard a rumor.
really?
Yep.
Train those
He's gonna come
minions.
with- Oh yeah, he's looking forward to it. He reads my books. He's getting involved, so I'm going to take him. So he earned it. So he's
Cool.
gonna come. And also, I heard a
Good lord.
rumor that if one of the YouTuber guys are talking about the 4K issue of Battlestar Galactica, if it does good,
What?
then hopefully the series will come out. There's a 4K coming out,
Whoa.
4K Blu-ray. So if
Yeah.
everyone buys one when it comes out, they might do the series. So that should be pretty good.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
So,
Too bad we can't
And
prove
also,
that, but
no,
I bought
well,
4K.
hopefully,
That's cool. That's all
something's
good
going on.
news, though. All good news. Outstanding. So
It's the
I
4K
did want
version of the
to-
Stranded Warrior you need to look for.
yeah, the 4K version is finally
I
up
just saw it.
on
It's up.
It's
the.
on YouTube.
looks
Yeah,
great.
the
It's on
4K
YouTube.
trailer is on YouTube.
That's right. That's right.
It looks great.
John, there was you'd reached out to Dirk Benedict and you got a troubling response. Hopefully we're misinterpreting it. And there's right according to what you sent me from them, right, from the Dirk Benedict's reps, they've recognized that we would like to have them on, that
Yes.
we are on the list. However, Dirk is not, I guess, at the top of his game. And so they're waiting to see if they can, if he's going
What?
to, yeah,
He's
right?
sick?
I mean, that's the way I interpreted it.
That's what I tried, but I don't know if if he's busy or maybe his scheduling.
Ooh.
But we hope for the best. Maybe just a busy scheduling. That's good. How he has time
Yeah.
to come talk to us. And,
I would say he's busy. He's
but I don't know.
popular.
But
So,
you know,
that's
me and the
Let's leave it at that.
gatekeeper are going back and forth. Sometimes it
Yeah.
gets heated. So, but that's I showed the video, the stuff we did, and it's definitely getting noticed. We're definitely getting seen, and we're pretty big contenders because you guys are two big fans. You know your stuff, and
It's you
And
too.
it's
Don't
noticed.
just say it's us.
yeah, you
I know,
too.
but-
So it's a team, man. It's a team. It's the
Don't sell
village.
yourself short there.
It's the
so-
village, John. It's the village. You're in the
Yep.
village.
Yeah.
So
it's a great thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
it's
we
the
love it.
fans,
We
and
love
we feel the fleet. So the fleet.
Yeah, that's right.
We really
So-
appreciate you working on that, John.
100%.
I'm happy to do it. You know?
Hopefully,
Also, I reached out to Eric Vole. I'm waiting for a response.
Cool.
The
I'm
card
sure
guy, I'm
he
still
would
waiting
jump
for.
on. Yeah, I'm
So I
sure
sent him
he's
some clips.
yeah.
Cool.
I mean, once again,
it
it's
is what
not
it is.
PG-13. It's definitely rated R. But
Yeah.
good stuff.
Well, look,
It's a fun
it
read.
is.
Our readers will enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you listened to it anything, or read it?
I've actually seen the book. I actually went on Amazon. I was like, let me order it. So I'm going to order it and see and read it when it comes
Buddy,
in.
I can tell you it is risque. I guess that's the right word.
Okay.
It's
All right.
good.
That's one way to
but
describe it.
It is risque, but it is a fantastic. What we got there?
After I read Micah's book. Thank you, Micah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Are we excited to see the Alien TV show? Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
So you're going? Yep.
Wait, wasn't crap? It wasn't the Alien. It was the Alien or something. It was actually translated into Apache.
Predator.
Oh,
Predator.
Predator.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Predator.
Yeah. But cool stuff. John, as always, man, doing what you do best, and you've taken
the man
over
behind the scenes.
100%. Thank you so much for getting us, Micah, and everybody else. As a matter of fact, I've contributed to Steve and the Shadow. So there is, they wrapped up. They've just wrapped up their fundraising for their the crowdfunding, and so I was able to get in my list of 7 works that I would take to a deserted island, Shadow related. So hopefully that'll make the edit, and it'll be in the compendium. So we'll see. But thank you for taking care of that as well, and organizing all this. So John, I'm looking forward to hanging out with you on Saturday, man.
So jealous. I wish I was there.
Thank you.
You still have time. Come on.
Yeah. You got time. Get on the train, man. Get on the train.
Just jump on the train. Not a problem.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Here's you, John.
John, this is to you, man. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right. I think it's about that time, Chris.
Yeah, we
thank
went
everybody.
over a little bit by not by much.
That's all right.
It was a good show tonight.
It was.
mean, lots of good info. Lots of flashback
a lot of cool stuff.
stories. Great stuff.
Movies, King Kong.
Yeah.
I mean, dropping names all over the place. Ray Harryhausen and just, oh my God, cool stuff. Yeah.
Get that warm and fuzzy.
Yeah,
great
that's for sure.
Great interview.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. And make sure you give us the likes. Don't just leave us hanging. Click the likes.
Yep.
Make sure you're following. And we'll see you again.
Follow. Yeah.
Yep. We'll see you again. Thanks for tuning in. A lot of you watch this in the repeat, the rerun, the not live, but thank you nonetheless.
We really
appreciate it.
Exactly. Doesn't matter if it's live or if you watch this in Memorex.
That's right. Good night to all of you. Lola, everybody that's tuned in. Thank you so much.
Lola. She was a showgirl.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Thanks, guys. Take care. Stay safe. Fans fuel the fleet. And Chris.
Exactly. You are amazing. Thank you so much for all that you do. And keep doing it, because it's all about the fandoms. And without you, there is no fandom. So here's to you.
Chuck.
Thanks so much.
This one.
Yeah,
Chuck,
John.
This is the
amazing.
last one. Is to Chuck, John, Tara,
Chuck,
everybody.
John, Tara, exactly. Everybody.
The whole team.
Thank you so
guys.
much. Good night, everybody.
It was